kickoff in Week 9. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Ross, complete. They're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will be sound now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On second down, Swift. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Gun, Stafford eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. Conventional wisdom tells runners to work north and south and get upfield, but he was hoping he could win the race to the pylon. Excellent job of pursuit there by the defense, and they wound up knocking him backwards.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Touchdown. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Vikings nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Going deep downfield for Wallace. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins. His throw is incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
At the 12-yard line.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
To throw, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Dan Bailey.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Lions 7, Vikings nothing. Dan Bailey for the Viking field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank. But this game, you know, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction. But he seemed to put a little too much on it. And from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Lions. 54 yards.
Detroit.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Goal, Detroit.
Here's Swift. He's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Here's Kerryon Johnson, 3rd-year man from Auburn. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Lions 14. Vikings nothing. Matt Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third and long for Cousins. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, Danny Amendola. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Stafford. incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Cousins on first down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
48-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A first down throw for Cousins. Got a man open. It's Ross. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
10 at the Lions' 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. To throw is Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the interception, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the gun, Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
12 yards.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Offense gets ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he hits him in stride. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
The Lions first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He'll run it. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st down, Swift. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off.
And got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross, 77 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Dan Bailey.
We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
12.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First down, Lions.
Going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running from the gun, Johnson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Anthony Barr.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Prater's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure now this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Cousins. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he finds Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Going deep downfield for Ross. And a third interception thrown by Cousins. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Taken down at the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Complete.
Stafford to his 2nd-year tight end, Hockenson, for a Lion 1st down.
1st down, Detroit.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down.
Throwing here, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run out of the gun with Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stafford eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Kick off for Detroit.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
To kick off for Detroit.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard